So as you can see, I have traded the prescription glasses for the cheap $5 sunglasses today. We are at King's Dominion. We're gonna see what happens and take it from there because it is day 2 of like crazy hot weather. You are good. You can keep talking because sometimes I just like put music over top of this. Oh, the shed is still there? The shed is still there. Somewhere back there. Past Windseeker. Would we be able to see it from Grizzly? The hypersonic shed lives. Yes. Maybe. I will confirm that later.
Still there. This is the point where I tell you I'm officially an ACE member. Yeah, no, you said that.
Like, finally.
And this is the roller coaster that started ACE.
This area of the park is going to look vastly different without a mountain in the background. This walkway looks really, really boss. I love how there's just like Flight of Fear sitting in the corner. This was it. This is the one, this is the thing that's part of Volcano.
Yes.
Cool. And I can go do Tumbili after we do Rapterra.
Yes.
Surface of the sun. Okay, all right, so I just got on Rapterra. It was pretty good. I could definitely feel the vibration a little bit. It wasn't as bad as Iron Menace when I got on Iron Menace, so that was pretty okay. I loved the layout. I think that the layout is really good, and that was my 150th coaster. Yay! If I was a more professional vlogger, I would have like confetti and stuff, but I'm not, so yay!
That can be added in post. Also, look at this merch.
I know, right? They had a lot of this like logo stuff.
Fury at Carowinds yesterday.
50 years in the making. Celebrate with us tonight as we continue.
So there was lightning a little bit south of us. We haven't gotten any rain, but they've shut the coasters down. They had all the rides shut down, and I think they're opening some of the flat rides. So I think we might stay around here and do those until they reopen the coasters and then go get on Twisted before they decide to close it again. Swings are open. I could do some swings. If the Ferris wheel's open, I could do that. I think the carousel's open. There's Cat Aid, looking fantastic as always. Twisted's motor is running, so I think we're at least gonna head this way and see what happens. What's in the shed? Is it snakes, bats, trees?
Just a bunch of disappointment.
An S&S hydraulic launched coaster, or not hydraulic, air powered, air pressure. Goodness gracious. We are still waiting for Twisted to reopen, so I guess we're rating this. This is the lore.
Yes.
And that's what landed in the orchard. Okay, stay classy, Katie. So this was good. I am learning what I like in an RMC. So I think Steve is still my favorite. I think the ejector airtime is too ejector for my body, but that is a me problem, not an RMC problem. Guess what time it is? It's time to get Grizzly. Grizzly was good. The retrack is almost perfect. They just need to fix the end because the end is like, oops. I think we are headed to, well, now we're walking through the woods. Oh no, party in the Rivertown Woods. Whatever shall we do? So you went to Kings Island and you got on Son of the Beast. And it was probably worse than Rebel Yell just was. Race for 75.
So I think what I remember, because it was at night.
Okay.
I remember just how fast it was, because it was 2007, and so we didn't have a lot of these rides, or I hadn't really been on them a lot. And so
Right.
I just remember how, like, I'd never been that fast on a wooden roller coaster before.
In retrospect, I realized that Son of Beast was my first ever hyper coaster.
Oh. That makes sense.
Because, like, I went in 2005 being like, I'm going to try to see if I can get on one loop. Because I've done the Beastie and the Racer and the Beast, and I can do 98% of Centibeast. I just don't like going upside down.
Yeah.
But then that was the trip I got talked into the vortex. So it was all literally downhill from there.
It was. Yeah, game over.
Game over.
Ribbit. Well, fellas, you sure sound great. Up next, we've got happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. King's Dominion, happy anniversary. 50 years of fun for all, it's happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Well, that's wonderful, boys. Yes, sirree. King's Dominion is turning 50 years old this year. And we are happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Yes, well, as I was saying, we've had 50 whole years of fun celebrating King's Dominion. Happy anniversary, singing oh so merrily their happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Wonderful music, fellas. Just wonderful. How about we change it up a bit and sing one of your favorite songs next? Oh, that's a pretty good idea, Phoebe.
So now we are going over to where Anaconda was. That's sad for me to say that. Like, y'all had one job. You could have just kept it open, made it your 6th temple. Really was not that hard. I don't know, like, I can't even, like, when I'm at Carowinds, I don't even know sometimes where Thunder Road used to be. And that makes me sad.
Yeah, I thought there'd be more of a...
There is a plaque somewhere, I just can't ever remember where it is. Oh, and there's this spaceship in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah. They could make that the temple.
I wish they were to retheme that somehow. And then we have Mr. 305.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
What?
Should have named it Pitbull.
So then there's Racer 75 and the water park. This is Lake Charles, right?
I think so.
So, and they've got Pantherian roped off. And I can kind of see out there where the tunnel might have been. Ish.
I think that was the walkway where the stones are.
Okay.
The entrance was right over there.
You know better than I do. Like, I can look at Vortex's plot of land and know where stuff is, but...
Well, see, that almost looks like it could be the tunnel, but I think it was more in the middle of it. Like in the middle of the lake.
I kind of remember it being more over there and then, like, kind of doing the corkscrews over the lake.
Yeah, maybe. I forget.
So, yeah, for those of you who are not in the know, which is probably just Alex, there used to sit an Aerodynamics custom looper. Yeah?
It's kind of a bad custom looper.
It was King's Dominion's custom looper.
Yes, that is the...
That went over Lake Charles here, and it was called Anaconda, and they've, much like a lot of other rides this past November, they quietly scrapped it without telling anybody, and I'm sure that there are people who will miss it, and I kind of miss it. I wish I would have been able to get on it one more time.
Well, it was always the if you watch the coaster enthusiast YouTubers, it was always kind of the, you know, give us your like your 5-year prediction, give us this. And it was always kind of Anaconda will be gone, you know, King's Dominion will get rid of Anaconda. It was always kind of on this, like, we knew that it was on a...
Well, with Vortex being gone, I feel like the end of service was on its way.
Yeah.
So, who knows what they will do with this area. I hope they do something fun and they use the space wisely.
Kind of a weird plot of land.
It is, but like, I think it fits well with the jungle expedition thing. You could have some sort of like water creature, something or another over here.
Oh, you're right. That
And
actually...
re-theme that thing.
Yeah. So did you see pictures of King's Dominion or videos when it first opened, of Lake Charles when it was bigger?
I did. I've. It's been a minute since I've seen stuff like that, but yeah.
They used to have, and this was, so by the time I started going here and remembering, like this Anaconda was up, like this was, the water park looked a lot different, but like this was already like this, but when like my parents went in the 70s, like you could see there are pictures out there with water skiers, like the pyramids of water, like they had boat shows and water shows out here, so it used to be a lot bigger. And I think when they, I don't know if it was Anaconda, but when they put it in, like they filled in a lot of the lake to create the water park and everything. Oh, and this used to be where their shuttle loop was, I think their shuttle
Oh,
loop
yeah.
King Cobra, is that what it's called?
I think so. I have to remember because King Cobra was also the name of the stand-up at Kings Island.
Yes, ours was Shockwave.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did get on Shockwave. I did not get on King Cobra.
No, I think that was taken down, I think.
2002?
Which one was that?
King Cobra at KI.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
King Cobra here, I think, was like before we were born. It was like
Yeah.
80s at some point.
70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that on the Schwarzkopf documentary.
I like Schwarzkopf.
Yeah. I'll have to let you know when the documentary gets released.
Yes.
The ACE members got to see it early. So good! Cool. And now we're gonna go we've got just over an hour.
Oh yeah, that's enough time to make our way to the front. Slowly, deliberately. I will mourn where Yogi's Cave used to be.
Yogi's Cave.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me that now.
Yeah. It's not there anymore, but yeah, we'll try to I'll try to find a YouTube video of it or something.
Nice. Of course, I know about the mountain that used to be here.
Yeah.
The dues, etc., etc.
Yes.
This thing over here needs to open at some point. Although I know its sister coaster at the point has had a very odd year. Didn't you know it valleyed?
Yes, I did hear about that.
It was up and down when we were there a couple days in May.
Like
So
literally literally bowing up and down.
Alex was so frustrated. He was like, I literally just need this thing to be open. Still getting used to this new phone. They're still racing.
It was good. I was impressed with their commitment to trying to race them, because a lot of times on slow days they'll either run a single train on one side or they'll run a double train on one side just to keep it going. So I'm happy that they decided to. I guess they can't call it the red side and the blue side, because on each side one is red, one is blue.
You know, they could just fix that really easily.
They could.
Is that too much work?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, probably since they turned them around, they're like, we're not, you know.
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
We don't want to do that.
Was there anything over there where that like obscure patch of green grass is?
You know, it had been so long since I'd like ridden Anaconda. I don't remember exactly where things were. That's why looking at that little piece of wood, I think you may be right that was where the tunnel was, but I always remember it being farther out into the lake. I feel like this is like, you know, when you see houses that are taken down and you just see the pads, like
Yeah.
the concrete pads, and you're like, oh, I thought that was a lot bigger. I feel like that's like
This right now. Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna go do that thing I did at Kings Island where I get the kitty credit. So if I remember correctly, this roller coaster, this junior PTC, was called the Scooby-Doo. And the one at Kings Island was actually named Scooby-Doo to start with. And then in 1979, when the Beast opened, it was renamed to the Beastie. And it was the Beastie for years and years and years and years. And honestly, I am probably not the other person who thinks that they should put that name back where it came from.
I'm happy right now. Still, we should run like it is. Like this.
So which roller coaster is this?
Oh, this is Dominator.
And where did it come from?
Oh, what are you talking about? This is ground up, man. Dominator has a great, illustrious, long history with B&M. Yes.
It's from Geauga Lake. It was Batman Night Flight. And then was Dominator, and then got moved here. This is the second roller coaster on my trip that came originally from Geauga Lake, and we're going to actually go ride this one. No offense, I was not in the mood to ride the Flying Cobras yesterday in 98 degree heat.
Which one's the Flying Cobras?
The Coma Boomerang.
Okay.
I think they redid the trains and everything like that. So, and I've been on it before.
Okay. No, that's the one I did it last year when I went, and I realized that I used to love those quick transitions between going forwards and backwards, and I realized that at least on that one in the heat,
Not so much.
not so much.
Bad gravy.
Oh yeah, bad gravy. Well, I think it was bad gravy that resulted in, getting some water and sitting down for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm that old now.
There's Twisted Timbers on the Fun TV. I wish they would do the thing again where, like, on the Fun TV, they would have different parks coasters. Because I was in line at Cedar Point one time and I saw Talon from Dorney.
Yeah.
And I've been in line at Kings Island and I've seen Gatekeeper. This is a fantastic ride, but I stand by what I've said about like Raptor and Rougarou. There are some of the B&Ms that would get so much more service life if we could just swap out the restraints for the vests. I know that there are enthusiasts who do not like the vests, and this might be my hot take. I don't care, I like the vests. I love that layout. The layout is so good. You also have the old fountains? The old fountains.
Yeah.
Because I remember they used to have to be covered up before skating at Winterfest.
Yeah.
There are definitely more trees on this international street. Here we have Volcano the Blast coaster, followed by Hypersonic XLC. All right, shirt's been acquired. They're throwing a party and we're gonna sneak out the back door. Happy 50th, Katie. Hope Pantherian opens soon. All right, we are leaving day 2 of what has been a pretty fantastic trip so far, and tomorrow we have a Six Flags day, one way or another. See you then.